one life cannot stand in the way of defeating him.
But it should. We don't trade lives, Vision.
Alright, take a deep breath, exhale, because superhero movies are back. I'm not saying it's just for the title or the clicks, I actually mean it. Hey, this is Shourav and you're watching Finally Bangali. Today we are going to break down the new Fantastic Four movie and ponder the question, what's next for the superhero genre as we know it? So, we have been stuck in a multiverse of mid for the better part of 5 years now. Marvel stumbled, DC crashed, Sony, existed. But now we are finally witnessing what this genre can truly offer again. And leading that charge is none other than Fantastic Four First Steps, a movie that is ambitious, emotionally loaded, visually stunning, and for once has absolutely no homework to do before watching. Yeah, you heard me correct. No, wait, is this the guy from episode 5 of Loki season 2 questions in your head? This is a standalone, character-driven, visually gorgeous story about Marvel's first family. And spoiler alert, I loved it. But before we dive into the Galactus-sized spoilers, let's talk about the elephant in the room. So, was there ever a superhero fatigue? You know what I've realized lately? There was never a superhero fatigue to begin with. What we had was mediocrity fatigue. For years, studios thought that they could throw CGI soup at us and with half-baked writing, zero character depth, and still expect us to show up like good, obedient fanboys. But we didn't. We stopped showing up because the story stopped being exciting. But then came Deadpool vs. Wolverine and the box office exploded. Why? Because when it's good, people come back. They always do. And now, we have had 3 straight up bangers. Thunderbolt, Superman, and now Fantastic Four First Steps. That's not luck. That's a pattern. That's a signal. And when you look at what's coming next, take Supergirl, Swamp Thing, or Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4 for example, it's not just a comeback, it's a renaissance. Now, this is your spoiler warning. From this point forward, we're diving headfirst into wormholes, god babies, and flaming chemistry. So buckle up. So what exactly Fantastic Four got right? First things first, the aesthetic of this movie, perfection. This film feels like designed to live and breathe within its own contained universe. No multiverse madness, no portals, no cameos, just this world. A world that feels weird, wondrous, and personal. And that credit goes to one man, Matt Shakman. Yeah, the same guy who made WandaVision into a genre-defining masterpiece. He's not just a visual director. He's a storyteller of tone. He knows how to blend grounded human emotion with surreal, high-concept ideas. That was clear in WandaVision, where sitcoms become metaphors for grief. And it's just as clear here, where superpowers and cosmic forces become metaphors for family, fear, and sacrifice. You see, this movie could have easily been a loud and messy, a CGI fest with zero heart. But under Shakman, it became something intimate, focused, purposeful. There's a confidence in the storytelling, a refusal to rush, and attention to character over chaos. Even when things go massive, like the chase through a wormhole into a black hole massive, it's still emotionally anchored. And of course, part of that success is because every actor completely committed to their role. Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, it's a revelation. This is not a flashy superhero role. This is a man burdened with the curse of knowing too much. The movie conveys it very well that stretching isn't his superpower, it's his knowledge. The way Pedro carries that internal pressure, that isolation of being the smartest man alive while still trying to hold his family together, it's subtle and it's grounded and it's powerful. You can feel that weight in his every decision. So while he is not your comic book accurate Reed Richards, he's the perfect read for this story. Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, she is equally exceptional. She is not just the heart of this team, she is the spine, the soul. The moment she goes into labor in the middle of a cosmic battle, goosebumps. Kirby plays her like a woman torn between duty and motherhood. And in doing so, she redefines what emotional stakes in a superhero movie can look like. Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, well, he's electric. The guy is fun, cocky, impulsive, you know the stuff. But there's a layer of insecurity and loyalty underneath that. It makes him instantly more likable. His dynamic with Silver Surfer is full of crackling chemistry and emotional depth. And Ebon Moss Backrack as Ben Grimm, he brings this tragic tenderness that just wrecks you. You see, the world looks at him like this some sort of a freak, a weirdo, but to his team, he's the soul. You know, together, this cast feels like a family. There's real chemistry, shared history, and warmth, which is exactly what the Fantastic Four should be about. And of course, Reed's influence is everywhere. The architecture, the tech, and even the way people talk and solve problems. You feel the science, you feel his innovation. It's a place that respects its characters and respects the audience too. And the best part, it's practically done. The sets, the tech, the ship, the suits, they're all mostly real, no blurry blue screens or floating heads. that makes everything feel so real, especially when the stakes start to skyrocket. Now, speaking of stakes, let's talk about Galactus. Yes, he is the villain here as advertised, and no, he's not just a purple cloud this time. He's actually terrifying, towering, a force of nature. You feel his hunger. You feel the fear ripple across the team when they realize what's coming. Now, do I wish we got a little more of him? Yeah, but honestly, the restrained walk. He is a tease for what's to come, not just a one and done final boss, I'm guessing, but the MVP of this movie, Sue Storm. This woman went from Invisible Girl to Warrior Queen Mother in one film. The sequence where she is trying to protect the team inside the collapsing wormhole while going into labor, that's top tier comic book cinema. I'm not even joking. She's screaming in pain, Johnny's trying to shield the ship, and Reed's calculations are failing, Ben's barely holding the structure together, and in the middle of all this cosmic chaos, a baby is being born. Her baby. And guess what? That freaking baby is Franklin Richards. He is a literal god. So we see a glimpse of it at the end. But before we go there, can we please talk about Silver Surfer? Yes, she is a woman now, and no, this isn't some forced gender swap thing. This version works, like really works. Her dynamic with Johnny is sizzling hot, and it's like intensity, thrill, and budding chemistry all wrapped in chrome. Their back and forth are some of the most memorables in the MCU till date. And the best action sequence of the film, when Silver Surfer chases the team through a wormhole collapsing into a black hole like we discussed earlier, and while she was literally on the verge of giving birth. It's tension, it's emotion, it's spectacle. Like the master said, it's cinema. So is Marvel truly back at this point? Well, I would say yes. It's not just the quality of Fantastic Four that makes me feel this way. It's the consistency. Thunderbolts had no right to be that good. It was grounded, brutal, character-driven, and raw. And now Fantastic Four has hit the emotional highs and visual grandeur of a sci-fi epic. That's two completely different flavors, all cooked to perfection. And when you look at what's next, Avengers Doomsday, which will probably set the tone for next decade. Spider-Man 4, sequel to a nearly $2 billion mega hit. Avengers Secret War, aka the Endgame dial to 11 thing. That's not just a comeback, that's Marvel saying, we've been cooking and the buffet is about to begin. So what's next for the superhero genre as a whole? Let's get something straight. The era of grounded superhero movies, the Dark Knights, the Iron Mans, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, well, they were amazing. They defined an entire generation. But we've moved on. This is the comic accurate era now. We are seeing panels leap off the page and into IMAX screens. We are talking cosmic pregnancies, god babies, multiversal hunger, talking planets, soul swords, and so many things. And it's just the beginning. You can either get nostalgic about the past or get hyped about the future. And with projects like X-Men, Blade, well, if it ever comes, Supergirl, Swamp Thing, all of them on the horizon, it's safe to say the genre has entered a new age. It's weirder, it's wilder, and it's wonderful. So what's my final verdict on this? Let's talk about that ending. Because damn, I was emotionally shattered. Yes, Galactus can eat an entire planet in seconds. Yes, Baby Franklin can create stars with a snap of his fingers. Yes, Reed is the smartest man alive. But Sue Storm proved again that the biggest power in the entire universe is still a mother's love for a child. She saw her baby was in danger and she became a shield. She sacrificed herself without even a second thought. Johnny even offered his life twice, but then baby Franklin Richard whispered, "No one dies today." and brought his mom back from the dead with the light of a newborn star. It wasn't just spectacle. It was spiritual, and now with Doctor Doom waiting in the shadows ready to manipulate Franklin, and the future of the MCU possibly resting on the hands of a god baby, I can't wait for what's about to come. So yeah, Fantastic Four First Steps isn't just another Marvel movie. It's a statement. It's a reset, a revival, a reminder of why we fell in love with superhero stories in the first place. Now, we are officially back, folks, and the ride is only getting wilder. So if you like the breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what was your favorite moment in the Fantastic Four movie. Well, so until next time, stay fantastic.